So have you ever heard of the term meat crayon? It's a term that's affectionately used to describe someone whose skin colours in the road surface as they slide along and they sadly discover that the clothes that they're wearing don't offer them any level of protection in a motorcycle accident. It's as painful as it sounds, and you don't want to find out that your jeans are absolutely rubbish when you're already 30 seconds into a slide down the road on your ass. So today, from the comfort of my garage, let's talk about what actually makes a good pair of motorcycle jeans or trousers. I'll be showing you a few that I own, from the rugged and reliable to the why did I even buy these, to help you make the right call. So first of all, we've got CE rating, and this matters more than the brand of the trousers. There's 3 different levels. You have CEA, which is basically just clothing, but a little bit better because it might have pockets for some armour. Then you've got CE AA, which is a good middle ground for everyday protection and everyday wear. And you have CE AAA. Now this is usually reserved for things like leather. These are the absolute dog's bollocks, the pièce de résistance of clothing. If you've got AAA rated stuff, it's normally leather, but it's ideal for track, ideal for offering you the most protection in the event of a high-speed crash or accident. So you want to start by always checking the CE rating of any clothing you're looking for. For me, I've got 3 different sets of trousers, and my favourite ones are my Bullet SR4s, as these are CE AA rated, and as are actually my Motorbike textiles. These offer a really good all-round everyday level of protection for road riding, whereas I first started out with a set of Dionysi denim regulars, I think they were called. I was suckered in by the brand. These are only A rated, and this is the lowest offering of the lot. And quite frankly, they don't offer any kind of confidence when I'm riding them with any level of protection. They do have knee pads, they do have hip protection. You can insert the pads and stuff that I've bought, but ultimately they are just denim trousers offering very minimum in the way of protection. So yeah, point number 1, look out for CE ratings of clothing. My advice, if you're a street rider, look for AA as a minimum. And if you're going on track and want to ride a bit harder and so forth, then you want to be looking for stuff that's AAA. Try your very best to avoid any brands that are selling things that are just A rated. Point number 2 is lining and materials. Now, if you've done any kind of furious Googling when looking for what to buy, you've probably come across brands like Kövek and Kevlar, Aramid, I think is another one. There's various different names and stuff out there for material that goes into them. And you've probably come across all these, like I say, when you've been online Googling the trousers that you're looking for to buy. So my SR4s are, again, from Bullet, they have the Kövek lining. You need to think of this as like a modern, more cooler alternative to Kevlar. It's strong, it's cut resistant, and it helps with heat distribution, which Kevlar doesn't do. So it distributes the heat better in the event of an accident, say if you're getting hot spots or burns. It also helps with, moisture wicking as well. So Kevlar is actually quite good at absorbing moisture, which on a hot, sweaty day, you don't want. So your Kevlar armour and stuff, you might find getting quite sweaty and quite warm, whereas something like my Kövek's, much better for protecting you against that sweat buildup and keeping you cool on a hot day. My Dionysi's, I'm going to slag them off a little bit more here. These have got absolutely no lining at all. It is just denim and hopes and dreams. So yeah, make sure when you're looking around, you're looking for things that have got that extra level of protection. As for textiles, I've mentioned I've got my BMW Motorrad textile trousers. These have got multiple layers of fabric all interwoven into them. And this is the benefit of going for textiles over jeans. They can offer various different materials all woven together to create a man-made fibre, which is better slide protection, basically, against the road surfaces that denim can offer just on its own. So again, make sure you're looking for things like textiles as well and seeing what's in those. The benefit of going for textiles, not only have they got the different interwoven fabrics in them with different layers of protection, they also include a waterproof liner, which is great for those days where you're out in the Great British summer and you might get caught out in a shower. Number 3 is impact protection. You don't want to skip out on jeans that offer you the option to insert more padding and more protection. Good jeans will come with armour. Great jeans will let you upgrade it. So both my SR4s and my Dionysi's come with pockets to install knee protection as well as hip protection. So it allows you to upgrade it to CE level 2 padding and protection in those. And it also means that you only have to buy 1 set of protection because the stuff that I've bought is able to fit into both sets of jeans. So whichever ones I'm wearing on the day, I can upgrade it and make sure I'm wearing the correct knee pads and hip protection. And it saves me a bit of money in the long run, not having to buy multiple packs of knee pads, hip pads, and that sort of stuff. So if you're shopping around, always look for clothes that have got removable CE padding. You don't want cheap foam inserts that are sewn in. This way you can buy the best padding that you can afford and change it, as I mentioned, between the clothing, depending on what you fancy wearing on that day. Fit and comfort is number 4. So if they're not comfortable, you're just not going to wear them. The BMW Motorrad textiles that I have are my touring pair. They're not exactly jeans, but they are very comfortable and they're CE AA rated. Plus, they actually fit over my everyday clothes. So if I'm like commuting to work, I don't need to get changed when I'm there and scare the office by taking my trousers off in front of everyone. I'm able to just whip these off and I'm ready to go for the day with my trousers already underneath them. Plus, they're waterproof, so they're good for those long rides, as I've mentioned, where you might get caught out in the rain, because you know what the Great British Summer's like. Fit will affect how the pads sit as well. If the knee protectors are halfway down your shin or sitting up here on your thigh when you're sat on the bike, then they're absolutely useless, aren't they? So you want to double check when trying these trousers on to make sure the padding stays where it's meant to be. Number 5 is all about abrasion zones and reinforcement where it matters. Now, we touched on this when we talked about the different linings, but not all jeans are built the same. So look for jeans that have got reinforced areas, things that have used Kevlar and Kovek and all those other things that I've mentioned. But what you want to also be looking for is they're not just in one place. You want to be looking for jeans that have got them in multiple locations, things like the hips, the knees, and the bum. So some may only have it in the main impact areas like the knees, or they may offer it in the knees and hips. Not all of them will offer it down the thighs, down the bum. So you want to be making sure that you're looking for jeans that have got multiple reinforced areas. So for example, my SR4s have got multiple Kovek lining areas within them for the high impact areas. So I've got that in the backside, all across my arse. I've got it in my knees. I've got it on my hips. There's a little bit of it down the back of the thighs, down the back of the calf, which means that if you're rolling and tumbling, it's not always your knees and hips that are making contact with the road. You might find yourself in a position where you're rolling and flipping and tumbling, and multiple parts of your legs and torso are hitting the concrete. So having those multiple protection zones offers a better level of protection. Anything with a full length lining is going to be better than something that's not got it at all, because full length offers a better peace of mind. Number 6 comes back to looks versus safety. So don't fall for fashion like I did. Some riding jeans might look amazing and fit really well, but it's like wearing Primark specials when you're in a slide. The Dionysus I bought, they looked cool, they were slim fitting, they're very stylish, but I suspect they'd probably wear just as well as H&M's finest skinny fit denim. So get yourself a safer pair that you'll actually wear, because it's better to have some jeans that might look a bit goofy but offer you a level of protection than it is to be sat in A&E having to have multiple skin grafts. Number 7 is finding jeans that offer you some sort of weather versatility. It's optional but handy to have. So as I mentioned, my Motorrad GS textile pants, they offer waterproofing and they're breathable. So they're a godsend on long trips where I know I might get caught out in the rain. But they're hot, they're heavy, and they can become uncomfortable on full sun summer days. So most denim is going to offer you that kind of flexibility in that middle ground. They're not going to be waterproof though, so you might want to invest in a set of over trousers. So just a basic set of hiking waterproof over trousers that you can sit under your seat or in your backpack. So if you do get caught out, you've got something to throw on. Now, if you're in the market for your first pair of trousers and you're weighing up the options between textiles, leathers, or jeans, then my recommendation would be go for textiles, because they're more suitable for all year round use and they're going to win out in more scenarios. And then once you've got your textiles, you can build from there and invest in the various different bits of clothing you want to suit your riding style. So for me, I went down the road of jeans because I'm much more of a casual rider. I don't intend to go full pelt on track and circuit. So for me, a pair of textiles for winter, and a pair of jeans was a much better option for the kind of riding and style that I do. But for yourself, once you've got your textiles, you might find that you want to do more track days, more experience in that kind of environment. So you might go down the road of looking for some leathers. So yeah, make sure you know your riding style before you pull the trigger on anything, and start with something that's going to cover more bases if you're a new rider. Because right now you probably don't know what your riding style is, or how you're going to be riding the bike, or in what environments. So yeah, for me personally, I would recommend going for textiles. And before you pull the trigger, number 8 is a really important point. It's price. So try not to get ripped off. You don't need to spend £300 on a named brand, but a £60 pair of unnamed brand jeans might not be offering you the level of protection. So try and find a nice middle ground. Avoid cheap, but don't go splashing the cash immediately. So for me, the SR4s, they cost me around £150. These are from Bullet. They're a AA rated jean. They're fully lined. They offer multiple points of protection with that Kovek lining that I've mentioned, and I'm able to upgrade them with various different pads and protection. So for me, they were a fantastic purchase, and they are my favourite jeans. They're the ones that I wear on 99% of my rides. The Dionysus were closer to £120, but they do offer way less protection, and they're, in my opinion, a bit of a false economy. I was suckered in by the brand and the fit. They do fit well. I do like them, but still, they offer way less protection than my my Bullet jeans. And then also my Motorrad textiles. Well, these were actually free from Facebook Marketplace. I was tracking around on Facebook Marketplace and Vinted. It's a great place to start when you're looking out, because there are loads of people who have eaten too many pies, who have grown out of their gear. They find that their old textiles don't fit them anymore. They've had to upgrade, or they may have treated themselves to some new clothing. So yeah, get yourself onto Vinted, onto Facebook Marketplace when you're starting out, and track down the best value gear you can find. I was very fortunate that mine were free, but you'll find all sorts of stuff on there priced at absolute peanuts. So yeah, I highly recommend checking out any secondhand gear shops, Facebook Marketplace and Vinted. So then you can buy yourself something, get some saddle time, get out there riding, and then upgrade from there. Finding a pair of jeans that make your backside look fantastic is going to be really, really easy. But finding a pair of jeans that actually make that backside look just as good out of the jeans as it does in them, and avoiding all those horrible skin grafts and scarring and nasty accident marks, is going to be much harder. You do have to cut through a whole load of chaff to find the wheat. So make sure you do some shopping around and some research into it, because it's best now to invest in a decent pair of trousers to go riding in and invest in protecting your skin, because it's easier to replace a damaged pair of trousers after an accident than it is to go through all the trauma of having to heal after a nasty accident. Don't forget, I've done a whole playlist of gear videos, so you can find that by clicking on the box that's appearing on the screen right now. And if you've not already, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, because I really enjoy making this kind of content, and I enjoy seeing this channel grow with every single video that I make. Yeah, so like I say, thank you very much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one.